Ho ho ho! Welcome to another trade recap. Okay, that was corny, but welcome to another trade recap. Today was low-key a rough day. I mean, not rough, but like it hurt. I'm gonna tell you, it hurt, bro. It definitely did hurt. Let me hop into it. Okay, so these were my two trades right here. Yes, they weren't losses. They were losses, but I simply got wigged out. All right, which hurts even more. If you know, as a trader, it hurts even more to get wigged out and seeing your trade play out than like you making a technical or like psychological mistake. You know, so it sucks, man. It sucks, but that's a part of trading. And if it was planned, you know, if God planned it, can't really get stressed about it. You know. All right, so hopping into the day, I'm not going to start on our higher time frame confluences, but we can see we can pretty much see everything I was looking for on the lower time frames apart from the 1 hour. So I'll go to the 1 hour right here, and on the 1 hour I seen this small like fair value gap right here. Boom, mark that out, drop back to the 5 minute. Alright, so we'll get into that, why I marked that a little later. So first, if you know my model, what I look for, I usually look for structure in the market, followed by manipulation and distribution, deriving from ICT's AMD model, if you know about that. So first, we seen structure. We identify structure, which is simply just a clean level of buy side and sell side liquidity. I've seen that being formed right here on the 5 minute as well as the 2 minute, which I'm going to start with. So on the 2 minute time frame, I've seen some nice structure, and I noticed that we are already moving higher, right? But it wasn't exactly it wasn't exactly manipulation. We didn't validate manipulation yet. We stayed below this high when we started to come lower. So I knew simply by that we can still push higher because we didn't yet take out this level of liquidity. If we took out this level of liquidity, I probably wouldn't want us. I would want to see us to push lower, but we didn't. All right, so I see that we took out this or didn't take out this level of liquidity, and I see that we pushed higher than our buy side level. So now I can kind of use this buy side level, since it's clean enough, I can use it as that change in state of direction or change in state of delivery, which just means I'm going to consider this top of the buy side as our equal highs. So if you know, within my model, right, I explain it in a lot of videos, I like to see equal highs, us displaced from the highest equal high, have retracement like that pull down, and then pop back up off of a continuation confluence, right? So that's exactly what I wanted to see here. We use this as equal highs, like that change in state direction. Boom, we popped higher than the equal highs, displaced past the highest equal high, which was like probably right here, right? Ignore all of this. So we went higher than this line, and then we came lower. Now where are we coming lower into? A continuation confluence. I seen this 2 minute fair value gap being formed, so I'm like immediately I'm looking for us to enter off of that. All right, so entered off of that. I'm thinking, nice, great setup. I want to see us to take it. I want to see us come to this key level right here, because like I said, this is also 5 minute structure. So we could be seeing this on the 5 minute too as 5 minute manipulation and then distribution. But it's 2 minute distribution basically, if that makes sense. But it's all just, we're catching the manipulation like higher. Alright, so boom. Yeah, so I entered in the trade, and then unfortunately I got wigged out, right? So why did I get wigged out? Could be a series of reasons. Alright, we wanted to see possible IRA, right? We had a 2 minute and then a 1 hour fair value gap. Boom, we came to that 1 hour, wanted to like rebalance off the 1 hour again and push higher. Or could have been that we didn't put our stop loss at the low prior to the continuation confluence, right? So if I'm seeing this on the 2 minute, I want to put my stop loss at this low. So my stop loss should have been here or a little lower than this low, like right there. I should have been barely wicked out, All right, so not worked out at all. But I didn't because I admit I think I would say I prematurely entered on this trade. I feel like I seen it and then I executed upon it once we mitigated this fair value gap. But I should have looked at, are we having possible IRA? Right? Is my stop loss, is my risk management set up so my stop loss is under the prior low from the continuation confluence without it being, too much being risked. So I got out when I thought we already risked enough on this trade. I'm not gonna, see us come lower since we are also pushing towards this low. I thought we were gonna keep pushing towards this low. But use this as manipulation coming lower and then distribution coming higher. But no, we just wanted to take out this low, which is within my model. What's the word? I look for this basically. Yeah. So yeah, we seen the whole play out. Here are my executions, and so that was the first trade. All right. So for the second trade, let's delete everything here. Alright, so now second trade. Alright, now I already see, we took out a key level. We didn't quite tap upon this fair value gap right here. That would be higher time frame IRA, which I was also looking for, but it's still fine. We took out a key level, which is nice. Alright, so we took out the key level. Now I'm looking for us to push lower. Now, since I'm attesting to my 5-minute structure, since first I was looking for that 2-minute move. We didn't catch that 2-minute move, so we still see that this is 2-minute structure and 5-minute structure. So I can look at 5-minute distribution since I was looking at 2-minute manipulation. All right, so we take out this high here, boom, key level taken out, perfect. All right, now what am I looking for? I'm looking for us to have equal lows. All right, so I consider this, what I seen here, as equal lows. I felt like we had our equal lows here. This one, it was definitely on me. This one was definitely on me. All right. We still had good volatility within the market. Conditions were not the problem. It was that when you're looking for equal lows, especially within my model, I look for them to be dang near perfect. I have to see so many, wicks or real bodies tapping on one line very consistently. So I didn't even man, yeah, this was really on me. So I marked this as my lowest equal low, and we didn't even surpass it. We didn't have displacement past the equal low, and then I took a trade up here when we mitigated into this gap because I think I was looking mainly at ES, right? And then we were pushing higher, right? So, and that's going to happen because we are going to clear whatever we want to clear on the opposing index or on the correlated index. So ES probably wanted to take out some sort of liquidity or fill some type of gap or whatever it may be. But so NQ went higher too until we came lower again because this was just another equal low we were forming, and this wasn't the lowest equal low, and you have to be very keen for that. So here should have been the correct entry. I should have not marked this out, but marked this. Let's see. Remember, 5-minute, we look for 5-minute confluences. I'm going to look for 5-minute PD arrays if I'm looking at 5-minute structure. So boom, 5-minute order block. We see that. We see our equal lows being formed. This should have been my lowest equal low right here. Or even I could have kept this as my lowest equal low. I was correct with my lowest equal low. The only thing I wasn't correct in is us displacing it. We did not have valid displacement from this lowest equal low. All right, boom. We did not surpass it. So we came higher again, came lower, and then we surpassed it, and now we're looking for that pullback into the PD array, which we tapped into the 5-minute PD array, and then came lower to this accumulation zone low, which was the target. So this should have been the trade. This would have smacked, put at the equilibrium of the PD array. Yeah, so that should have been my ideal trade, but wasn't. Got wicked out. But that's a part of it, man. It's a lot of the little stuff, the minuscule details, is what you really have to take account for when you're looking at these like models. At least for my model in particular. But this was actually a really good trading day. I'm glad that I was able to catch the or at least see the model play out for the manipulation higher, and then see the model play out for the distribution lower. In my opinion, W day, right? W day psychology, W day technically, but it's just the small stuff like me prematurely entering on that first trade, right? Just seeing it and executing upon it and not really looking at that risk management factor, right? Or do we have good risk management to make sure that we're not going to go below the prior low, all right, of the continuation fluence, right? Or do we have news that might pop up? Because we also had 9:45 news. I'm pretty sure I hopped in at like 9:43. We had 9:45 news. I should have been very careful for that. Like even if it was just like a minute after me entering, it could have been fine. But also for the distribution, like, am I really like looking close enough, making sure that we're truly displacing past the equal lows and the lowest equal low? All right, so it's all these small details that you really have to take in consideration when you're having a strategy, which is also why I recommend like back test so much, to a point where you see your model, oh, I know it's gonna happen for sure. You know, it's like I'm looking at every detail, everything, right? And yeah, some people may say like, your higher time frame bias was going bearish, you know, why do you go bullish on that first play, you know? And my model doesn't really attest to the daily bias. It's really just price action, you know. What is structure telling us? What is, you know, what's happening, you know, in this set time, not throughout the whole day. You know, I'm not trading the whole day. I'm not swing trading. I'm simply looking at my chart and acknowledging what's happening within that set price time or whatever. Yeah, well, that was my trade today. You know, 2 L's, and I take that with pride. I could give a fine flip about what anyone has to say. You know, I could care less. Well, yeah, it's my journey, my money at the end of the day. So yeah, I'm gonna take the dub or take the loss with pride. Learn more and teach y'all what not to do. All right, I'll see y'all though. Happy Tuesday.